Oh hey, well here we are, another red day. This has not been my week. The last 5 days have been tricky. I've been red and then green, and then red and then green. Today's another red day, down $5,900. But you know what's good is I'm up 6% in my IRA. So today's one of those days where I took a bigger loss in my main account, but I got a winner in my IRA. And I think what that kind of goes to show you is that part of the reason that I'm losing right now isn't because the stocks that I'm getting into aren't working, it's because of the way I'm trading them. I was trading more conservatively in my IRA, quicker to take profit, more aggressively in my main account, and as a result, giving back profit. Actually, every single one of the trades I took today, I was in the green, but I didn't take the profit. I was looking for that bigger winner. Instead of being content with the base hit, I was going for the home run, and it was a strikeout. So, a little bit disappointing, but it's what comes with the territory. When you want to be aggressive, you're going to have these types of days. Now, the other side is that you're going to have green days where you're up $10,000, $15,000 because you weren't satisfied with just $3,000. You kept pushing it. So you got to be able to take the winners and the losers hand in hand. They come together. Today's a little bit of a red day, but it's still an awesome month. I guess now up around $67,000, $68,000 on the month. I'm not allowed to complain. It's been a great month. Hopefully we finish with a green day either on Friday or Monday. I'd really like to, but definitely in a little bit of a rut right now with the market, so just got to play it safe. Anyways, we'll break it all down in today's Midday Market Recap. All right, everyone, time for our midday market recap. We'll go over the trades from this morning. Today, another little bit of a frustrating day, another red day for me. So that's my second red day of the week. And of course, I had 3 red days last week. So now I'm a little past what I would like for number of red days in the month. I'm on my 5th red day of the month today. Having said that, I'm still up like $68,000 on the month. It's been a great month. I'm not allowed to complain. It's been a really, really good month. And right now I'm just kind of paying my dues before the next hot streak. So my hot streak ended a week ago Tuesday. And so for the last 2, 4, 6, 7 days, for me, it's been choppy. I haven't been getting really good follow through. It's felt like 1 step forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, just kind of a grind. The good news is today I captured a 6% gain in my IRA account. So I'm really happy about that because that's the account where I really need it. So I've got $1,183 profit in the IRA, which is terrific. We'll break down that trade in a minute. But in the main account, I've got a $7,000 loss. So, they balance each other out and put me net down $5,900, which obviously is not where I would like to be, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal because it's been a great month. And part of the reason I'm down is because I pushed it. Every single one of these trades I was green on, and I didn't take the profit because instead of going for a base hit, I was trying to get a bigger win. On CHRK, I was up $3,000. On LEDS, I was up $1,500. And on DARE, I was up about $500. On MTSL, I was up $2,800 and gave some back. So, I'm pushing it. And here's the thing. In a hot market, when you push it, well, that's how you make $75,000 in 2.5 weeks. And right now, I've continued to push it maybe more than I should. And I've given back some of those gains. In total, I'm down. Actually, let's see. I can run the report for you right now. So since the hot streak ended, I've given back a total of, hang on,
let me just highlight this. Sorry. I'm just highlighting the column. Okay. I've given back a total of $7,948. So actually, as of yesterday, or as of this morning, I was almost out of the hole because I made $2,400 yesterday and I made $4,800 on Monday. So, Monday and Wednesday were good days. So I was almost out of the hole. And then today I just fell, basically right back down to the bottom. So, I'll start digging my way back out. But let's look at these trades. So, let me pull this up. So today we didn't have a lot that we were watching. CRK was on watch for a gap and go trade. The bell rings and it actually kind of sells off for a second. And then it spikes up here all the way up to $7.85, from $7 to $7.85. And so on this one, I jumped in it at, I'll go over Dare in a second. CHK I'll look at first. So I jumped in with 10,000 shares at $7.50. All right, so I've got 10,000 shares at $7.50. I'm up $2,500 at $7.75. I'm up $2,500, and I added 5,000 shares because I thought it was going to go to $8. So then I had a new cost basis of $7.58 with 15,000 shares. If it had hit $8, that's a $7,000 winner. Unfortunately, as you can see, it came right back down. It retraced. On this next candle, it came all the way back down to $7.25, and I took a $5,000 loss on it. It only lost 36 cents per share, but with 15,000 shares, it's a big loss. So on this one, I had a choice. I could have taken the profit and taken the $2,500. Instead, I added. I was being more aggressive. In hindsight, that was not the right move. But at the moment, it seemed really strong, and I thought that was going to be, it was going to be a good opportunity for a squeeze up to $8 and sell over 8 for a $7,000 winner. So I was wrong on that. All right, so got stopped out. And this is one of those ones where I was seeing you guys in the room saying, nice trade, just made money on CRK. And so the fact that I lost here isn't because the trade wasn't a good idea, right? It's just because of the way I personally traded it. And that's what's really interesting. 5 of us can all trade the same stock and have different P&Ls. 3 of you guys might be green, I might be red, another person might be red, depending on our personal risk tolerance. So for this one, I was just frustrated because it was like, dang it, $5,000 loss, that's a big loss. That puts me in the hole. I really thought it was strong, and then it just tanked. So, that's the challenge. Morning volatility is, it's where we have lots of opportunities, but if it gets going the wrong way, it can be pretty bad. So that knocked me down a little bit. Dare, D-A-R-E, tried to take a trade on this out of the gates at $1.45, a little scalp. 10,000 shares, sold some at 48, the rest at 42 for a $14 loss. It hit 50, but it didn't hold. I tried to buy it in my IRA, but the order didn't fill, so that was just as well. All right, so that was Dare and CRK. Next trade down, MTSL. It hits the high day momentum scanners, so it's on this scanner right here. And I see it, and I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. At first, I wasn't sure because it seemed kind of, the volume seemed kind of light, but I was like, I'll give it a stab. I tried to take 10,000 shares at $2, and I only filled 2,700. And that's disappointing because it went all the way up to $2.80. That would have been an $8,000 winner, but only got a partial fill. So I then added 10,000 shares at $2.50, the $0.50, and I added again at $2.75. I sold half at $2.76, and then right here as it came back up for the second break over $2.75, $2.80, I added again, added back at $2.75 with 7,500 shares, put sell orders out at 91 and 301, had to stop out at $2.50 and $2.40. So right there with 7,500 shares, I lost 25 cents. So, that's, a $2,000 loss. So I went from being up $3,600 on the name to up only $1,600. And that's why I said, yeah, I'm green on it, but only $1,600 because that's not how much I wanted. Now, this is the trade I took in my IRA. So I send the order to try to buy 9,000 shares at $224. It gets rejected because I don't have enough buying power. So I quickly type in 7,500 shares at $250. I type the order just like this, MTSL, 250, just like this, 7,500 shares using smart routing, and I press buy. I press the buy button at 924. All right, and I fill 12 shares at 28, and then 100 shares at 28, and then 13 shares at 28. And then 6 seconds later, I fill another 475 shares at 43. And I'm asking myself, what is going on? This is crazy. Why am I not filling my order? The stock, my order was for 250. I should have filled the whole thing. So 6 seconds later, whatever, 7 seconds later, 10 seconds later, I fill another 200 shares at 36, another 400 shares at 36. Let's just drag this down. In total, it took, let's see, it took a minute. It took 1 whole minute for me to fill my order. And I only filled a partial order. I only filled 4,800 shares of my 7,500 share order. It took 1 whole minute to fill 4,800 shares. All right, so that is what it is. It pops up, and I'm like, all right, I just got to sell, and I don't know how long it'll take to sell. So I press the sell button. I press the sell button at 9:43 and 49 seconds. And it takes here, as you can see, 30 seconds for my order to fill. It slowly fills, I guess 25 seconds. At 70, at 62, 67, 66, 64, and 63. So, this is incredibly frustrating because it's there's nothing that I can do about it. I'm really powerless. I can complain, but nobody cares. So, my recommendation is not to trade with the software. It's not the software. Not to trade with Interactive Brokers. If you're trying to be a scalp trader, if you're trying to get in and get out fast, this is not going to work for you. Look, here it is. Here's the proof. This took a minute for my order to fill. A whole minute. Come on. This is crazy. I wanted to buy 7,500 shares. Look, in 1 minute, it went from 228 all the way up to 250. That's just lost profit. That's what it is. I should have filled the full 7,500 shares right down here in the 30s. And then when I had sold it up here in the 70s, the 60s, it would have been a really nice winner. It's just pathetic. It really is absolutely in this day and age. But it is what it is. So, the good news is it's still a 6% winner. And so that's great. And I just need to get my IRA above $25,000. That's really my goal. Get it above $25,000. As soon as Lightspeed offers settlement margin, I'm going to switch over to them. And I'm at a point now where I might switch over to Lightspeed, even though I won't have settlement margin. At least if I could take 1 trade a week, and because think about how much this cost me. It cost me 2,000 shares times 30 cents per share. So this one right here cost me like $600, $700. And so, this happens almost every time I trade in this account. So a total of 15 trades, you're talking about $7,000 in losses. If I had been trading this account with Lightspeed, even though I don't have settlement margin, I actually would have been in a much better shape. So I'm probably going to have to do that. I'm probably just going to have to transfer this to Lightspeed and deal with no settlement margin until they offer it. So today I was using smart routing. I was given a suggestion from a student that smart routing was faster. So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. But it was just as slow as it is with ARCA and anything else. So, and maybe it's this particular route that they rerouted it to, ISLA. I have no idea. But this is a standard that is so low. I'd be better off trading on my phone, or at a certain point, I'd almost be better off calling the broker and telling them to place the order. It's just really, really slow. So that hurts, and it happens every time. But despite these, this setback that that I'm dealing with, I still made a 6% gain in the account. And so tomorrow it's going to be close to $20,000 of equity. I'm $5,000 away from my goal. And really it's just, I'm taking trades in this account that I think have big potential, that I think have 30, 40 cent potential. And MTSL was definitely one of them. I wouldn't take a trade in this account where I thought that the only potential would be, 10 or 15 cents, because just the lag time between pressing the buy button, getting filled, and then pressing the sell button and getting filled. I mean, look how fast these stocks move, in a matter of seconds. I mean, we go down to a 1 second chart, you're going to see that having it take 60 seconds to get an order filled is not going to be acceptable. Let's just go back here and look at what could happen in a period of 60 seconds. So this is, 52. So let's see. So, from 940 right here, so we hit a high of 64. That's what can happen in a minute. All that price action from a high of $1.64, $1.75, all the way down to a low of $1.33. With 10,000 shares, that's a lot of volatility. So you guys can tell I'm a little annoyed, and every single time I take a trade in the IRA, you guys get to hear the same frustrations from me. But the benefit of trading in an IRA is that all of these gains are tax-free, right? So that's the big benefit. The gains are tax-free, and because this is a Roth IRA, the withdrawals will also be tax-free. So that's the incentive. I mean, here in this account, my income tax rate is going to be like, I keep half of the gains. I keep 60% of the gains. I mean, it's really for every $10,000 I make, I have to pay $5,000 in income tax, and that's my own fault for making $385,000 last year and being in the top income bracket. But it is what it is. I don't live in Florida or New Hampshire where capital gains aren't taxed. I live in Massachusetts now, and we pay short-term capital gains. So, this is just the way it is. It incentivizes me to trade in the IRA, and even if I do lose some of the gains or whatever, at least I keep them, and I don't have to pay tax on them. So, I just want to get this account above 25,000 so I could actively day trade in it, but actively day trading when you've got 1 minute of lag, it's just not gonna work. So I got to figure that out. I got to think about that a bit. I don't know. Maybe I think my kind of goal is still to get to this above 25,000 and then just leave it there. I'll just leave it there for a few months until Lightspeed has their account set up. And then I'll move it to Lightspeed and I can start day trading in it right away. So if I can get this up to $25,000, $30,000, dealing with this, inconvenience, that would be my goal. But, the problem is if I take one of these and it goes the wrong way and it takes me a minute to sell, that could all of a sudden give me a really big loss. And yeah, John, I could swing trade in the account. That would be an option if I wanted to. But I haven't. So anyways, that's where we're at today. But good news is up 6% in this account. Growth is good. Green is good there. I'd actually rather be down 7,000 and up 1,100 here than up 7,000 here and down 1,100 here. This account is just more important long term because it's a retirement account. So hey, this is good. This is green. That makes me feel good. And the main account, this is my high risk account. There's going to be fluctuations. There's going to be days with big green and days with big red. And today's a little bit in the red, but that's all right. I'll bounce back out of this. So and then just to follow up, took a trade on LEDS. I jumped into it. I thought my order was capped at 10,000 shares. So usually what I do is I'll just keep pressing the buy button until I get the warning. And it's just kind of the way I do it. But I guess I lifted it to 20,000 shares. So I filled 15,000 at $5. It pops up to 510. I'm up $1,500. And then you can see here it dropped down to 470. And so with 15,000 shares, 30 cents is a $4,500 loss. I guess I lost, whatever. I stopped out in the 80s. So bummer on that. I forgot that I thought I lifted it, but I put it back down. Or I thought I had kept it down, but anyways. So max position size here, 10,000 shares. That will be in place tomorrow. I thought it was today, but whatever. So anyways, a little bit of a bump in the road, but it's a road paved in gold because I'm up $68,000 on the month, $222,000 or so on the year. I mean, it's, green is good. I have no right to complain about being a little red today. I do think I have a right to complain about this lag, though, because this is unacceptable. And, it's just my recommendation that this should never be acceptable with any broker. So, if you're trying to be a really fast trader, you got to use the right tools. I've been trying to use the wrong tools. It's like, it's very difficult. We talk about, when you're in California and you see those people riding their bikes on the sand and the beach, they've got those big road tires. They're like, 8 inches across. He's using the right tool to try to ride his bike on the beach. And I feel like the guy trying to ride a road bike on the beach in the sand with those skinny little tires, and I keep falling down and getting more and more and more and more frustrated. But, the rental shop was like, listen, Ross, this is all we got. There's nothing we can do. And so it's just kind of the way it is, but that's all right. Okay, so that's it for me. That's my rant for the day. Be back at it first thing tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., 9:15, pre-market analysis. Those of you guys watching on Facebook, on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, leave some comments. We'll come back and answer them later, and subscribe to the channel so you can get these broadcasts live. All right? Hope you guys have a good afternoon. I'll see you back at it first thing tomorrow morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.